Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Carracosta, one of the Generation 5 fossil Pokemon. It's a Pokemon that I haven't really used hugely before, but it does have a lot of pretty good potential. Now before we get started today, if you could go down and like this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We are ploughing ever so close to 1,000 subscribers and that is my next goal and I would really love to reach it. Okay, so four sets that I've got today. The first set being a White Herb Shell Smash set. So Shell Smash obviously being a hugely incredible move. It has the ability to double the attack, special attack, and speed of the Pokemon, whilst only lowering the defense and the special defense, and that White Herb takes away that issue there. We've also got Sturdy as our ability here, so you don't have to go for the White Herb. You could go for a Custap berry, for example, or something else, which would potentially allow for you to be able to get a kill on different things, but having that there, that Sturdy there, allows you to definitely live one hit, even if it's like a grass-type Pokemon. Now, after you've used Shell Smash, I've got three moves here, Aqua Jet being one of them. Aqua Jet mostly on here because it's a priority move and you're not guaranteed to outspeed everything with your natural speed or speed after the Shell Smash. So Aqua Jet can work very nicely for you. Having a little bit of priority there is low on the power, but with a Shell Smash and base 108 attack, it should do a lot of damage to the opposing Pokemon, assuming that it's not resistant. You then got Earthquake, powerful ground type attack, hits a lot of different Pokemon, including things like electric types, which are super effective against you. And then finally you have Rock Slide, which is again, powerful stab, rock type attack. It has the chance to flinch Pokemon, especially if you're outspeeding them. Obviously you can't flinch them if you don't outspeed them, but outspeeding them gives you that 30% chance to flinch the opposing Pokemon, which can work in your favour in a variety of ways. EVs, we've got a max attack and max speed with a adamant nature or a jolly nature here. So the adamant nature, if you're potentially going for like a sticky webs version of the team, so having a Galvantula up front, for example, that could work out for you to have that sticky webs, slow down the opposing Pokemon, because you will have around 330-ish speed. It's a little bit lower than that, I think it's like 326, but you will have quite a bit of speed to be able to outspeed the majority of Pokemon. Sorry, I can't speak today. But if you are concerned about that and you think, actually, I'd rather outspeed more Pokemon, you can go for the plus nature there, and that puts you into 179, basically taking you to the 380s or 360s range, which means you do outspeed a lot of Pokemon. Basing off what I can remember, I would say that's around base 120 speed, you would outspeed, so there'd only be a few Pokemon that you wouldn't outspeed, and again, as I said, sticky webs could really help with slowing those down. Obviously, do be very cautious of things like Regieleki and Tapu Koko with this, because they're very fast and they can do a lot to you, and then also things like Choice Scarf Shaman can be a problem for you also. This is probably my favourite set of all of them, but I've got another 3 sets for us to go through. So this next set, we've got the Custap Berry on here. Now, the Custap Berry has returned, which I absolutely love. This is basically so you can get a last-ditch effort if you plan on letting the Carracosta go down. Now, back in when I was playing competitive with Generation 6, I used to use the Custap Berry quite a bit on my Pokemon, and this would allow for me to outspeed a Pokemon, because generally I let my Stealth Rock setter go down at the start of the match because rapid spinning and defogging wasn't on every single team that I saw, so I used to let my Stealth Rock go down early on in the match without switching out anything. So we've got Stealth Rocks on here to allow you to set up the hazards onto the opposing team's field, and this can be problematic for flying types, bug types, fire types, and ice types. Now, none of those are particularly going to want to come in against you, but if you have a team that is particularly weak to one of those typings, then you potentially will want to set up those Stealth Rocks just to mitigate that risk. We've then got Knockoff. Knockoff, obviously a really good attack, probably one of the best attacks in my opinion, getting rid of the item on the opposing Pokemon, because honestly items can be problematic, especially for example with Return of the Custap Berry, but it does 1.5 times damage if they are holding an item. We've then got Razor Shell, which is a powerful water type attack boosted by stab, and I believe it has a high critical hit ratio as well, so it can hit, it's 50% chance to lower the target's defense by 1 which honestly could potentially force a switch on the opposing Pokemon, especially if you manage to do about 50% damage or just less than 50% damage. Having that defense drop on there would mean that you would definitely take it out. Rock Slide, which is a powerful rock type attack, again, opportunity to flinch on Pokemon that are slower than you. If you did this in like a Trick Room scenario, having that Rock Slide would mean you outspeed from the Trick Room, and you have the 30% chance to flinch there. Now again, ability-wise, I have gone for the Sturdy here, so you can live at least one hit. Solid Rock, 3/4 damage from super effective attacks, that can work very nicely for you. So if you want to go for that, that is definitely an option as well. And if you're running a rain team, you can definitely run a rain team with Carracosta and its Swift Swim. That previous set, you could run Swift Swim on it if you wanted to and have the rain set up whilst it sets up that Shell Smash, so it would be super, super fast and outspeed basically, I think, everything in the game. Now, Custap Berry allows for you to move first, or increases your priority bracket when you're a quarter HP or less. So it's a single use, so when you go down to a quarter HP or lower, and your Sturdy would help that if it was going to be a one-hit KO, and you would allow for yourself to be a +1 priority for the next move. So unless the opposing team has a priority move, you are going to move first, which means you're going to be able to get a good amount of damage off on something, because Carracosta's attack stat is obviously so high. Now, EVs, there are a couple of ways of running it. You can run max HP, max attack with an Adamant Nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Now, if you're going for a Trick Room team, I'd recommend going for the Brave Nature, so more attack, less speed on this one. You have also got the option of going for max HP, max defense with a Impish Nature. An Impish Nature, so more defense and less special attack. And then you've also got the option of running that again with a Trick Room, which is a Relaxed Nature, so plus defense and minus in the speed. Now, I think this could be a really fun set to use. I love setting up Stealth Rocks, and this is a really good Pokemon to set up those Stealth Rocks, because typically you don't see a Grass-type Pokemon being a lead in many teams. Moving on to the third, Carracosta. Now, Carracosta does get a lot of good special attacks, but its special attack stat is a little bit lower than desirable, base 83. So what I've done is I've just chucked a Choice Specs on here that increases our special attack by 1.5 times, taking it from 291 probably to around 430-ish, which is very, very high. We've got Solid Rock as our ability on him, and you take 3/4 damage to from super effective attacks. Again, you can run this in the rain with Swift Swim if you wanted to, bring this in late game to hopefully wrap up some, so sort of sweep in the late game. Again, you could go for Sturdy, but I think in this case Solid Rock might work slightly better. Move-wise, I've gone for Scold. Scold is a powerful water-type attack boosted by Stab, and it also has a 30% chance to burn the opposing Pokemon, especially when it comes to physical Pokemon, and you having such huge physical defensive stat. It does allow for you to be able to live a few more hits. You can always go for something like Surf, which is a little bit more powerful and has the accuracy, or Hydro Pump, which is very powerful but doesn't have the accuracy. Those are 3 options that you can run for your water-type move. You've then got Focus Blast. Focus Blast is a powerful fighter type attack. It just hits a lot of different Pokemon, things like Steel types, things like normal types, dark types. It just can be really helpful for you and can just hit a lot of different things. Ice Beam, obviously really good because you have a grass type weakness of ×4. Having that Ice Beam opportunity there means you can hit different Pokemon, especially those grass types. And then Earth Power, powerful ground type attack, hits a lot of different Pokemon. You don't have a rock type move on here. The only one that I could really see that was effective was the Ancient Power. I'm not sure if it gets Meteor Beam. I haven't actually checked fully if it does get Meteor Beam, which it does get Meteor Beam. So if you want to run a Meteor Beam Power Herb set, that could work in favour of the Choice Specs version of this, but it's up to you how you decide to go for that. I just wanted to show off the fact that it can be a very special set if you need to. Moving on to our EVs. I didn't cover the EVs there. EVs, max HP, max special attack, modest nature, so more special attack, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Now you can always go for, I think it's the quiet nature. You can always go for a quiet nature if you're going for the Trick Room. Obviously, with the Choice Specs, you don't have to set anything up, so the Trick Room could work quite nicely in your favour there as well. Now, finally, we have got a Dynamax set. So on here I've put Superpower. Superpower, powerful fighter type attack, but when you Dynamax turns to Max Knuckle, increasing up your attack stat by 1 stage. We have got Earthquake, which is a powerful ground type attack, increasing up your special defense by 1 stage each time that you use it. Iron Head, which increases up your defense by 1 stage each time you use it. And finally, Aqua Tail, which will set up the rain to be able to allow your Swift Swim to activate, doubling your speed, which could again work in your favour. Now, item-wise, there are a lot of different things you could put on here. You could put Choice Band, you could put Red Cards, as I put on there. You could put any sort of berries, leftovers. You could potentially even put Choice Scarf on this as well if you wanted to. You could put Damp Rock to extend the turns of rain. Lots of different things that you're able to put on here. Now, EV-wise, there are a couple ways of running this. You've got max HP, max attack. With an adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Now, this is more if you're worrying about increasing up your defense and your special defense, and not as worried about your speed. Again, in a Trick Room scenario, but Trick Room doesn't really work very well with Dynamax because by the time you're set up, you do run out of Trick Room turns, so you would have to go for like a double scenario in that case. But you could also go for max HP, max speed. I would recommend going for the Jolly nature, so more speed and less special attack, and that would allow for you to hopefully outspeed the vast majority of Pokemon whilst that Swift Swim is activated. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.